Question: what is neuroscience and how is it emerging? Neuroscience is a study of the brain and the way it's connected to our reaction, the way it's connected to our reactions, the role that the brain affects our personalities, how we adjust an issue or how we address an issue, how we view life, and then the reaction that happened, the memories that we have, and how everybody reacted to, and how those memories, either negative or positive, are used to shape our personality. Second question: how is neuroscience related to leadership? The way I see neuroscience related to leadership is that leaders have certain personalities. People who become leaders have certain personality. A good leader, or a person who's not even a good leader, a person who's trying to become a good leader, they'll recognize their mistakes and have the ability to admit to those mistakes and change those mistakes along the way. Everybody should have everybody should have the ability to self-analyze themselves. I always believe that the only person that can analyze you in the real world is you. You already know your tendencies. You already know things you don't like doing. You already know things you enjoy doing. You have certain morals that nobody can teach you, the morals that you already have already, that they've been with you since you became a teenager or were born. So a person who's if we look at, even look at example a leadership in presidency. We look at back our great presidents. Reason we call them great. They weren't great when they were president, but along the way they had learned how to become great. A person has to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to change. You have to be willing to realize the mistakes I made today, I can always change tomorrow. That's like me personally. I mean, I'm not a great leader. I'm learning how to be some kind of a leader, but I'm learning that along the way, there's certain things that I have a laissez-faire attitude. When I mean a laissez-faire attitude, I have certain things that's important to me, I pay attention to. Other things I let go, I don't worry about. I have to realize that everything is important. I can't let everything go because what's not important to me is important to somebody else. And if people are following you and listening to you, they want to be taught. They want to be taught in a certain way. In one of the videos that we saw, the psychologists are using the word FRAC: focus, awareness, recognition, repetition, and celebration. And she was saying that you need to focus on a certain situation or a certain maybe behavior you want to change, become aware of the behavior you want to change, and then repeat the good behavior. That's like replacing the negative behavior with a positive behavior, and then celebrate the new behavior. And that way you will continue building on better behaviors. I think one of the biggest issues I have today in the workplace is that we put people in leadership positions that are not ready to become leadership. The only reason they become a leader because nobody else wanted it. Like I had turned down a leadership role. Now a couple years later, after finally looking at the person who took my position, who I gave my position away to, he was horrible. He's corrupt. He's useless. He doesn't follow rules. He break the rules and he try to tell you to follow the rules. The guy personality, he's worse than that last person we had in charge. And realizing down the road, and I regret to this day that I could have been in that position because it was offered to me. I didn't want to be bothered. And it reminded me of the Spider-Man story. I mean, the cartoon Spider-Man, Peter Parker, they said before he became the Amazing Spider-Man he was trying to make money. He thought about Spider-Man role, use his ability just to make money. So he was at a wrestling match. He had beat a wrestler, and he was leaving the elevator. A guy had robbed somebody. And Peter Parker was like, it's not my problem. I'm not going to worry about it because, it had nothing to do with me. So he let the guy go. A couple weeks later, the same guy that he didn't stop at the robbery at the place who had robbed somebody, robbed his uncle and shot his uncle. And from that day on, he made a promise that he wasn't going to never let that happen again. That was me. I was off a leadership position. I was like, I don't want to be bothered. I got other issues. I got other plans. I didn't realize that. Take the leadership position or take any position they offer to you. Learn from the experience of no matter how long you spend there, and then use that experience later down the road. The way this has benefited me in my work setting is that I'm finally realizing that certain situations happen at work, and when you are in a leadership position, you have to make certain calls and adjustment. And plenty of time, it's not the most popular stance you got to take. But you have to believe in yourself and take that stand. Believe you're doing the right thing, because the problem is that ignoring the situation is not going to make it better. And the other person telling you that they can handle the situation is not going to make it better. And then when you recognize the situation, you must be upfront with the situation. Because see, the thing about it, you don't get to a position where people don't respect you or have no value and have no value in what you're saying. Because when people respect you and have value in what you're saying, they will easily follow what you're saying. Well, not easy follow, but they will, you know what I'm saying. They are more accommodating. They are more accommodating, and they will believe in what you're saying to them. I had a situation the other day where a young lady was getting harassed by the assistant account manager. Now she texted me when he was next to her, and obviously in the end I wound up calling the account manager and reporting him. But then she denied that. Then when he called her, she denied the situation because she got mad at me because she felt that she could have handled the situation. I'm thinking, no, you can't, because if you were able to handle the situation, you would never text me while he was standing next to you. I would never have known about it, or maybe you would have told me down the road because it wouldn't bother me. Obviously, you don't feel comfortable hanging around him, so you really don't be bothered by him. But you don't want to come out and tell him that you don't be bothered by him. So that's the reason why you're afraid. Because she, in a way, I'm saying she's afraid to lose her job if she just got the job and all that stuff. But then she telling me, well, she want me to promise her that I wasn't going to say nothing about it. But see, I can't do that. Well, I did do that. I did promise her, but then I lied. Okay, I did promise her that I wasn't going to do that. I still wrote a report. Because see, first thing is the state account. Second thing, if anything happened down the road, they do an investigation. When they ask her, they ask her the question, have you ever reported him to anybody before? And she gonna say me. And I'm like, when they come up to me and say, did she report to you? I said, yeah, she reported to me, but I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't think it was a big deal. Then I'm going to get charged also. And then morally, it's not right. Because the first thing, like I told her, you can't start this question you have people at work, is inappropriate behavior. So my position with her is that, yes, I told her I wasn't going to write the report. Now I had to write a report. So now I feel good about myself, whether she like it or not. I really don't care. I did my job. She reported to me. She didn't actually report it, but she texted me the situation, so I reported the situation. If it's not the situation, then no problem. If it's a situation, then he'll leave her alone. And what I'm learning is that you have to pay attention to everything in life. Whether you think the small little things, the big things, the little things, that's my problem. I have a laissez-faire attitude. A lot of times I keep thinking a certain way. I really don't want to be bothered, so I don't worry about it. But then I realize that, and in the end, when it bothers me, I'm taking action for it. So I'm thinking, if I took action in the beginning, we had to worry about all that. So I learned that having a laissez-faire attitude is not a good thing.